Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we are going to switch it up and check out the new releases hitting the Nintendo eShop the week of July 2nd through July 8th, 2018. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. That way each and every time we do come out with new videos, new content, we do switch it up every week to go over the different releases in the Nintendo eShop for the Switch. You are kept up to date if you hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that bell notification, you'll get a notification on your smartphone, on your tablet, in your email each and every time we do upload new content. Now, Switched Up is our weekly look inside the Nintendo eShop for the Switch, and sometimes they have a few things that come out after we film the previous week's show. Now, and that is the case with this week. We have a couple different releases I do want to cover real quick from the previous week, which will actually be available by the time you're watching this. This first one here, this is the Arcade Archives of Renegade. It is $7.99 and it came available on June the 28th. You have to save your good friend Hiroshi as the enemy is the mob. In this battle, your life is on the line. This is an arcade beat 'em up very similar to like a Double Dragon or a Final Fight, with more of the 8-bit style graphics. Renegade, I remember being huge, not only in the arcades, but also on the Sega Master System. And it is now available on the Switch for $7.99, and no eShop coins or anything like that to keep an eye out for. Another one that came out also on June the 28th is No Heroes Here. And No Heroes Here is $14.99, and this is one of those just kind of silly, cartoony type of games. In No Heroes Here, you'll rally your friends and hold your ground. It's a co-op game for 1 to 4 players where coordination, cooperation are your key weapons to success. Everyone has to play a role in the battles to come and work together as a team to protect the castles and kingdom from imminent doom. The enemy hordes have struck with terror and chaos. The king's broken army and fallen heroes cannot protect you from harm. It is up to you to protect the realm and restore Noobland to glory. Again, you can play 1 to 4 players, local and online. There are 2 game modes, normal and nightmare, with a different challenge level to it. We also have the Money Puzzle Exchanger. This is a NEOGEO game originally, and this is $7.99. Also came out on the 28th. The Money Puzzle Exchanger is an action puzzle game released by Face in 1997, and the definitive version of this non-stop, fun money exchanging puzzle action game first made its debut on the NEOGEO. It offers 3 modes of play: versus computer, solo play, and 1 versus 2 player. The Money Puzzle Exchanger, again, $7.99, came out on the 28th. Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy. We did talk about that one. We have a review coming very soon. Actually, when I get back from my vacation, that's one of the first things I'm going to do is our review on the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. But that does it for last week's releases. Let's talk about this week's releases, which start on July the 2nd with Spiritsphere DX. Not very easy to say. And Spiritsphere DX is $9, and you get 45 Nintendo eShop coins. And this is really kind of odd, where it's 1 part tennis, 1 part beatdown kind of game. In Spiritsphere DX, you can play solo or compete with friends by battling across fantastical realms and unleashing the power of the Spirit Spheres. The single-player campaign mode features dialogue, special encounters, and modes. Competitive local multiplayer action, too. A fast-paced arcade-style gameplay throughout the entire game that also features multiple stages, character skins, and spheres to play and unlock. The retro-flavored graphics are really cool. It almost reminds me of some of the older Zelda games, and the sound mimicking the games of yore, too. The gameplay is really easy to pick up and features a couple different ways you can play. You can play, 2-player on 1 screen. You can play on tabletop mode, or you can play your traditional single player as well. In squash mode, you'll play a round of competitive sphere squash. Hand-to-hand mode, play the game vertically, each player holding 1 attached Joy-Con. There's even a boss mode where, say you have 3 players, not 4. What you can basically do is have 2 players take on 1 boss. A ghost mode is for those who are not a strong enough player but want to contribute to the game. You can play as a ghost to basically throw in some shenanigans there. And on target mode, you can break the targets in this challenging mode too. This is 1 to 4 players, and when I first saw it, I'm like, it looks like a glorified DS game. It actually looks pretty fun. The graphics are pretty neat on it, and it is tennis or dodgeball, or it's in that vein, but it looks silly and fun. Again, $9, 45 eShop coins, available on July the 2nd. Now on July the 3rd is Runbow, and Runbow is $14.99, and you do get 75 with tons of competitive modes for up to 9 players online and 8 players locally, and a massive single-player adventure. Runbow is a crazy color-based platformer. The world of Runbow changes with each swipe of the background, so you have to stay on your toes as platforms and obstacles disappear. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist, right? Fast, frantic, and fun for up to 9 players, Runbow is filled with tons of modes and content to keep you running back for more. Go head-to-head with your friends, locally or online, in Run Arena or King of the Hill for a colorful, crazy competition. Hundreds of pieces of unlockable gallery content await you, from concept art to characters, and even a few hidden secrets. There's a crazy multiplayer mode in here too. 5 game modes, 19 guest characters, hundreds of levels, and tons more content, all in one unforgettable, colorful game. So you better get ready to Runbow. See what they did there, a little Michael Buffer play on words. This one looks really clever, really neat, and kind of a almost a battle royale, but more almost like a Smash Brothers type of game. Coming on July 4th, Independence Day, for $14.99. This is NEKOPARA, and this is a game basically that had been available on the PC for quite some time and is now available for the Switch. NEKOPARA is available in traditional and simplified Chinese, English, and Japanese, and will be sent to the masters all around the world. Minadiko Cashew leaves a family-run traditional Japanese sweets shop and opens his own cake shop. However, inside the luggage sent from the house was a mixture of human look-alike Nikos, chocolate, and vanilla. He tried to send them back, but their desperate appeal for his sympathy, Cashew went one step back. Eventually, La Soleil has opened with a person and 2 Nekos. For our beloved master, this heartfelt Neko comedy with 2 Neko doing their best while making some mistakes is open for business. Very anime style in here. I'm not familiar with the original, but again, this is a remake of a PC game. $14.99 for NEKOPARA Vol.1, coming out on Independence Day, July 4th. Mushroom Wars comes out on July the 5th. This one is $17.99, and you do get 90 eShop coins. And this is a super fast-paced, real-time strategy game. Mushroom Wars 2 is an award-winning sequel to the critically acclaimed real-time strategy hit built upon the core gameplay experience that made the original Mushroom Wars so enjoyable. There are over 100 missions to complete, including boss battles. There's online multiplayer with ranked and custom matches in various competitive modes for up to 4 players, including 2 versus 2 player. There are 12 hero characters from 4 different tribes, each with unique special skills. Massive short session battles with up to 4,000 troops all on the battlefield at one time. It's pretty crazy. Simple but deep gameplay with tons of tactics and skill-based moves, and a variety of map configurations and modifiers that will influence the gameplay quite significantly. And again, this is local player for up to 4 players. Learning the ropes of Mushroom Warfare is easy with simple and intuitive controls as well as gamepad support. But the journey to become a fearsome commander requires fast reflexes, an eye for strategy, and the ability to oversee up to thousands of units all at once. Once you're confident in your skills, putting your Mushroom Army against other players is the best way to improve. Mushroom Wars 2 comes tournament ready with a league system and ranked matches that make for fierce competition. In addition to replay value, the spectator mode makes it easy to enter the competitive scene. Just want to enjoy a friendly skirmish with your friends? That's fine. Custom games let you try out new strategies with up to 3 friends in a free-for-all or team-based matches. Whether you are battling enemy hordes in the depths of the single-player campaign or competing against your friends in various multiplayer modes, Mushroom Wars 2 provides intense, fast-paced, short-session battles. It reminds me very much of like a tower defense game, and I absolutely love it. I love kind of the attitude on the characters and everything too. $17.99 seems a little bit steep to me pricing wise, but if it does have that sort of depth with 100 levels, maybe I could almost see that. So $17.99 for Mushroom Wars 2. Now coming out also on the 5th is Miles and Kylo, and this is $7.99, and with this you do also get 40 eShop coins. And the cool thing about this game is it is from the same developer as Kid Trip on the Switch as well. There are 40 fast-paced platformer type levels in this one-player platform. Graphically, it very much has that 8-bit sort of vibe to it, a la the NES or the Master System. Miles and Kylo have been attacked by a mischievous specter. The unfortunate duo's only hope of escape is to embark on a thrilling chase across this haunted island. This is a fast-paced, lovingly crafted platformer from the same creators, like I mentioned, of Kid Trip, with 36 super challenging levels, including 5 exciting boss fights. You get achievements and unlockable time attack modes, offering tons of replayability in this fun, lighthearted story told with a retro flair. In some ways, again, I mean, obviously Kid Trip is one of them that this is definitely going to remind you of, but it also reminds me of the Angry Video Game Nerd game, to be honest with you. Just as far as the animation style, the enemies, it's just really cool. You don't have the F-bombs like you do in the AVGN game. But this is Miles and Kylo, $7.99, and you do get 40 eShop coins available on July the 5th. Squids Odyssey also comes out on the 5th, and looking at this, the first thing that I could think of was Finding Nemo and Crush. Because, dude, the character just looks like Crush. $14.99 for Squids Odyssey, and it is a turn-based action RPG game for one player. Steve and the rest of the squids are all in danger. An infectious ooze is corrupting their world, and this band of unlikely heroes needs to fight back to save their kingdom. Just don't touch the boat. Squids Odyssey is not just about gorgeous cartoon art, jaunty music, and humorous storytelling. Just don't touch the boat. The battles provide a deep challenge as strategy and skill are required to use the environment and the squid's strengths to lead your team to victory. You can build your party from 15 different squids, each in 4 different classes: shooters, scouts, troopers, and healers. You can engage in over 90 missions for more than 15 hours of total gameplay. Plus, there's an expert pro mode that doubles the game length and provides even more challenges. Boost your hero's abilities with 65 barmy helmets. Battle your way through ancient citadels, exotic coral reefs, and Asian temples to save your underwater world. And you can play the game with the controller or use the touch screen to stretch your squid's tentacles. And that's one of the cool things too, is you don't see really a whole lot of games taking advantage of the touch screen on the Switch. This one here, Squids Odyssey, does $14.99. Really a neat looking RPG. Not an RPG fan myself, but something, if you are interested, that you may want to check out. Now, it seems like they have made a game after my years in high school. This is Awkward for $11.99. See what I did there? At the end of the 1800s, the government declared a global ban on this legendary card game due to the increase in bar fights, divorces, and family feuds. It was a political correctness gone mad, just like what we have going on right now. Awkward is the ultimate test on finding out how well friends, couples, and family all know each other. Players are asked to answer increasingly uncomfortable questions in secret, while the companions need to guess the outcome. You'll dive into heated arguments and classics such as pineapple on a pizza, yes or no, relationship choices, what part of your partner do you prefer, body or face. The fun thing about this is it comes from the mind of Danny Gallagher, who has had his hand in games like Quiplash and Fibbage 2. This is one of those, I really hope there's some kind of an online component to it, very similar to like the Jackbox games, Use Your Words, where you can play online with others. So this is Awkward, $11.99. I'm awkward. No, this is Awkward. You get what I'm getting at here. The Journey Down Chapter 3 also comes out on the 5th, and this is the 3rd game in the series, and we just talked about a Journey Down Chapter 2 last week. This one is $19.99. In this final chapter of the Journey Down trilogy, Buana, Quito, and Lena explore the vast reaches of the Underland and unravel its long-forgotten history. Their adventure comes to a bombastic conclusion when they learn the true nature of the great Azil Tree and the Armando Power Company. The Journey Down is a classic point-and-click saga with an Afro-Caribbean voice. Get ready to embark on an epic journey of laughs and brain-teasing adventures. It features a twisting tale of intriguing adventures, tons of hand-painted environments, an all-original jazzy reggae soundtrack, a fully voiced cast in English, HD art and animation, and it does also come with, like we mentioned last week's game, does have both the English and the German language in here too. $19.99 for The Journey Down Chapter 3. Now, eShop also comes out on the 5th. This is $7.99, and this almost reminds me of like a Puyo Puyo Tetris, where it is a puzzle matching game, but the characters are super cute in this game. eShop is a puzzle game where you have to clear the screen of eShop. The game gets harder as you progress, introducing new colors and gadgets to help or harm you along the way. You'll take on the role of a space doctor traveling the solar system, moving from planet to planet. You'll meet the inhabitants and complete their stages. A quirky cast of characters will also help you along your journey. eShop can look cute, but don't let them fool you. Levels get increasingly more difficult and the later stages are really tough. The game has an open progression system, giving you the chance to progress and come back to difficult stages at will. There's a cast of fun and quirky characters that you meet along the way, clean and beautiful presentation and artwork. Like I said, kind of reminds me almost of a Puyo Puyo Tetris a little bit. And finally this week we're going to talk about the wardrobe, and the wardrobe comes out on July the 6th, and this is kind of cool. I like seeing this more and more. It gives you an incentive to pre-order. It's 15% off now. It's normally $14.99. Right now it is only $12.74, and you do get 64 eShop coins. And Wardrobe is a 2D point-and-click adventure game in which you play as Skinny, the skeleton here. Now, Skinny is a teen skeleton with an impertinent attitude and sparkling wit, willing to do just about anything to save his best friend's soul from eternal damnation. This visually rich 2D point-and-click adventure game pays a tribute to the pop culture through a myriad of different references. Inspired by some of the most irreverent humor from the 1990s, this game has a strong sense of humor and isn't shy about dealing with mature and non-politically correct themes. There's more than 40 hand-illustrated and digitally colored locations, populated with more than 70 separate characters, and 4 types of actions for each hotspot, and dialogues with multiple choices. There's a lot of funny stuff for you to try out here too. There are dozens of clever puzzles and many inventory objects to collect in this one-player game. Again, $12.74, and like I say, it gives you just an incentive to pre-order because it saves you a couple bucks on the front end, and the sale on here ends on July the 6th, so as long as you pre-order it, you'll get the discount on there. And that's going to do it for this week's new releases. Kind of light, not unexpected. We have 10 new the week that we're talking about here, and then the couple that we mentioned from the previous week, which was not listed, or were not listed in the Nintendo eShop. Now, let me know, as always, if you do have any comments or questions about any of the games that you've seen here. Devs, if you want us to test something out too, go ahead and leave us a comment down below, or you can also email us too at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. That's the best 2 ways to get a hold of us. You can also reach us over on Twitter at RockSolidStudios, or on our Facebook page at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions. Also, if you want to help contribute to the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so in a couple of different ways. First of all, if you want to get your hands on some merchandise, you can do that now. We do have t-shirts available over on our Teespring store. I'll have that linked right here. You can also support us for as little as $1 a month by visiting us over on our Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/rocksolid, and for just $1 a month, you get early access to all of our videos. This video actually was up several days early for our Patreons, and you get exclusive one-on-one conversations with me, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. Like I say, for just $1 a month, it's an easy way to help support the channel. This is the month of July. Every episode that we film in the month of July, I'm going to talk about my friend Gerardo and his daughter Camilla. She's going through cancer right now, and I'm going to have a link on page where you can go and help support them in their GoFundMe. This beautiful little girl is only 4 years old. No little kid should have to go through cancer. This is a terrific family. Just if you're a fan of our page, I figure, look at it, we have over 3,300 supporters on this channel. If everyone just gave $1, that's $3,300 we could give to help the Gonzalez family out with their medical bills. So please go ahead, go to their GoFundMe page. It would mean the world to me. Gerardo is a great friend. They're a great family. Please help them out. Finally, like I mentioned at the top of the video here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll wait. Okay, thank you. Don't forget to hit that like and share button too. That's the best way to tell YouTube, hey, this video is actually worthwhile, and helps other people know about it too. Hitting that subscribe button and also that bell notification. That way you get notifications in your inbox, on your smartphone, on your tablet when we do upload new content. Now, over the next week or so after posting this video, responses to comments may not be quite as fast. Like I mentioned last week, I'm going on vacation. So that's one of the reasons why our Patreons got to see this way early, and why you're seeing some of these other games showing up, like, you know, Crash is still showing as coming soon. I'm actually filming this before the 29th, before Crash comes out, before Wolfenstein, before Limbo, before Fossil Hunters, so on and so forth. Although Renegade, I may really have to download Renegade. That I remember playing that in the arcade, and MotoGP is still a super cool game too. But I am Gary. This has been Rock Solid Productions with Switch It Up, our weekly look at the new releases coming to the Nintendo Switch. I thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.